It's time now for Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join News Director Paul David and News Editor Philip Catafamo as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics in Yavapai County that affect all our lives. And now here's today's Countywide.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Countywide. I'm your host, Philip Catafamo. I'd like to thank you for joining me. On today's show, we're talking scholarships. My guest in studio today is Arizona Community Foundation Regional Director, Jennifer Perry. Ms. Perry, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to talk to you about scholarships today.
Yeah, scholarships are so great. We were talking off air that I wish I had looked into some scholarships before applying to Grand Canyon University, but of course, it's too late now. I'm already graduated. But so the Arizona Community Foundation, can you tell me what you guys are?
Sure. We're a 501c3 and we are a community foundation, and so what we do is we connect donors who want to give back to charitable causes, and scholarships happen to be one of the most popular forms of philanthropy. So we manage over 200 scholarships and give out $2.5 million a year to students of all ages.
How'd you guys get started?
You know, we started 45 years ago. There's actually about 700 community foundations across the country. And the Arizona Community Foundation is unique that we're statewide. So there's like the Silicon Valley Community Foundation or Greater Boston. But we basically invest donors' dollars and create endowments that then go back and give out money on a yearly basis in perpetuity in the form of grants or scholarships.
And you guys offer a lot of scholarships that cover a lot of topics, right?
We do. You know, all of our scholarships start with the donor's wishes. So we have some scholarships that are really specific that, you know, you have to be a young lady who graduated, who went to Beaver Creek Elementary School, or it can be as broad as, you know, a student in the state of Arizona who's worthy. But, you know, they can say, I went to ornithology school. That's one that we have, and it's, you know, studying birds and things. And they want to give that back to someone else. So there's a wide variety here locally for students in the Verde Valley. We have over 49 scholarships that they could be eligible for through one application.
And do you think that, you know, I know for me, at least looking into scholarships, it was kind of like, I don't really feel like I'm going to be qualified because there's usually a grade point average attached to it, and then there's usually some other specifics, and you have to be going into a specific field. I went into sports management, which isn't necessarily a big focus where I'm from. A lot of people will go more into agriculture, or they'll go into more like communications, or even just a straight up business degree, where mine's kind of like a business degree, just a little bit more specific. So you think that the stigma of kind of like, I don't know if I'm able to get this if I apply, and maybe it's not even worth it because there's me and 700 other people who are applying. Do you think that plays a part in kids not applying for scholarships?
I agree, and I really appreciate you bringing that up because there's you know, always that top 10% and those kids that are going on to the fabulous school, and then there's a lot of kids that are just in the middle, like you and I probably were, and just, you know, good kids, good people, but maybe not straight A students, not really sure what it is they want to do. So we have a lot of scholarships for that, and we have a particular fund that we're building here for the Verde Valley called the Pathway to Career Scholarship Fund, and we're aiming this really for people who have a 2.5 GPA or higher and maybe don't want to go on to a 4-year school, but they need some training, they need like a technical degree or an associate's degree, or even an adult who's re-entering the workforce who says, you know what, I didn't go to school, I'm at dead end in my job. If I only had this certification or a little more training, I could really move up in my career. So we are really proud of this fund. We started with a $25,000 gift from one donor, said, hey, I want to set this up, but please match it. So we matched it for 1 year, and our goal is to build this fund to $1 million. And right now we're at $120,000 in 2 years. We went from 25 to 120. And last year we gave out 4 scholarships, and this year we're on track to give out 10.
Wow.
So it's going to grow and grow, and we just really want people to apply. You know, if you're 40 years old and you want to get an accounting certificate or you want to go back to culinary school, you know, we've got people who want to help.
Yeah, and that's great. Now, what about somebody who, maybe for myself, I'm in a job and I don't necessarily want to continue throughout school. I just want to maybe take 1 or 2 classes at a community college just to kind of refine my skills. What about people like that?
Yeah, there are programs like that. I mean, we typically like it to be like a certificate or something that you're going to get at the end, not just one class just for general knowledge. But the nice part is we have one application and it matches you up with all the scholarships in our system. So you don't have to hunt and peck. If anybody has ever tried to go through those scholarship databases, it's awful.
I have.
Yeah, I have too. I've tried to do it for my kids, like try to be a good mom, and I'm like, I just give up. Yeah. But Arizona Community Foundation makes it easy. You just fill out this one application and we automatically match you.
Yeah, and that's fantastic, because that's another thing that might play into it, is just taking the time to fill out the application and go, okay, well, all right, well, let me look at some scholarships, because like you said, the catalog can be a little intimidating. There are a lot of scholarships that you guys offer, and outside of you guys, there are a lot of scholarships that other states offer where you have to scroll through page after page of being like, oh man, okay, I don't match this one. Maybe it'll be on the next page. Okay, it wasn't on the next page. But that's great that you guys have one application that instantly goes, okay, this candidate would be perfect for these particular scholarships.
Yep. And there's a lot of organizations here locally in the Verde Valley that provide scholarships outside of Arizona Community Foundation. All the Rotary clubs, and there's countless, the Elks, there's bunches of them. So what we've done to try to make it easier for people to find these is we have a Cash for College event every fall. And then we publish a book, and that booklet is available on our website. And it's all of those kind of smaller scholarships, but they really add up. $500 is going to help you with your books, and $1,000 here to go towards your tuition. And all of those are available in our Cash for College booklet.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but there are some scholarships that maybe are offered to people in certain financial situations, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So how do you guys treat that? Is it sort of like, because my family was more middle class,
right.
So I was eligible for certain scholarships or certain financial help, and then I wasn't eligible for certain ones on the other side. Do you think that also may play a part of people kind of staying away from scholarships, being like, my mom and dad maybe make too much money, or they maybe don't make enough money?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a scary thing, and you think, oh, I'm not going to apply, it's not going to work. You have to sort of think about who established these scholarships to begin with, and what did they want. There's going to be the whole myriad of opportunities out there. There's going to be ones for, I only want to give to somebody based on financial need, and others who just say, if it's a good person, we'll give to them. So, we as my family, I have 2 daughters in college, and my youngest daughter wanted to go out of state, and we said, honey, we have this much money, and it's not going to get you far out of state. And so she applied all over, and she really lucked out. She got a full ride to Syracuse University.
Wow.
And we were blown away. And we, compared to people back east, we don't make much money at all, but compared to people here, we do okay. So you just can't go into it with that, feeling that, oh, I'm not going to qualify. There's stuff out there for everybody. The straight A students, the middle ground students, and, people who have money, people who don't have money.
That website is www.azfoundation.org/Sedona. Go check out the website if you feel like you want to apply for some scholarships and get some money for college. We're going to keep talking to Jennifer Perry on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. Countywide will be right back.
Feng Shui artistry, the oldest form of development planning, today known as the art of placement. For 26 years, master Feng Shui educator, practitioner, artist, and author Caroline Patrick Bournet has used ancient rules of environmental, physical, and spiritual harmony to support clients' health, knowledge, creativity, and success. In mapping your home, you'll understand yourself. Better living is the gift of a lifetime. Change your life one room at a time. Schedule your Home Therapy 101 consultation today.
Show your customers how much they matter to you. Follow up with a real card in just 60 seconds with Send Out Cards. Send Out Cards makes it easy for busy professionals to leave a memorable impression. Stay in touch with a simple one-step process from your phone or computer to their mailbox. Call Judy today at 928-202-2557. That's 928-202-2557.
Been hearing about the crazy benefits of CBD? Find out how CBD can help you at Sedona's #1 resource, CBD Sedona. Come in for a free consultation and let our trained medical staff help you find the perfect product for you. Pain-relieving salves, full-spectrum oils, honeys, teas, cookies, and even CBD for pets. Ready to feel fantastic? Come on by CBD Sedona today.
Metaphysics. What does it mean? It's a branch of philosophy, literally beyond the science of matter. Sedona's University of Metaphysics studies the ultimate nature of existence, reality, and experience. Join 14,000 graduates in over 120 countries, helping others in counseling, coaching, ministry, and much more. The University of Metaphysics is here to serve the best in you so you can serve the best in others. universityofmetaphysics.com.
Welcome back to Countywide. I'm your host, Philip Catafamo. My guest in studio today is Arizona Community Foundation Regional Director Jennifer Perry. We are talking Arizona scholarships. I am a former student, possibly could be going back from a master's at some point, so money is very, very important, especially now that I live on my own and don't have the safety of my parents not charging me rent. But So let's continue our conversation with scholarships. Where do people go to apply for these scholarships?
Okay, they can apply directly on our website at arizonacommunityfoundation.org. And there's one application. It's just a portal. You go in, you say apply, and you complete the application. It's really, really important to complete the whole thing, to check off every box. Because we manage so many scholarships, if one box isn't filled, your application will be bumped.
Wow.
And unfortunately, that's a really sad thing when people call and go, did I get a scholarship? And I have to go in and say, but you didn't finish it. So you have to go online, but it's really simple. If you don't have a computer, there's computers at the library that you can use, or you can call our regional office. You can apply on a computer in our office.
Oh, that's good.
And sometimes if English isn't their first language and they need assistance, we can help put them in touch with someone who can help them do that.
Oh, fantastic. And I would assume, also just kind of recapping here, you guys offer a lot of scholarships for kids who are still in high school, kids who are currently in college, people who are going back to earn a certificate, or maybe going back to school in general. And then you mentioned to me something off air, where if let's say I'm an employer and I want you to earn your degree so you can earn more money and you'll know more, they also offer scholarships for that too, for people who are currently in the workforce and are going back to school to earn a degree or earn a certificate, like you mentioned earlier. But you kind of want, you were telling me that it'd be nice if employers could kind of encourage a little bit more of that.
We have a great scholarship committee, and they're going out to a lot of the major employers. But we hear time and time again that here in the Verde Valley, it's really hard to find qualified workers, and that we don't have a lot of workers with a lot of education or skills. So our donors have come forward and said, hey, we want to help the local economy, and we want to help our local students and our local businesses with these scholarships. So they can tell their employees that, hey, you didn't get a raise this year because, we need you to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Well, we've got the resources to help them to better themselves and be able to move up in the employment chain.
One of my closest friends, John, works for a accounting company down in Phoenix, and he had the same situation where it was, hey man, if you finish your degree, he was an intern, if you finish your degree, we will give you a bonus, we'll give you more money. And I think it's great if people are considering going back to school and they're not sure if they can pay for it. This is something that goes into that, where you guys can go, no way, we've got some money that can knock down at least some of the cost of going back to school. And going back to a community college isn't necessarily as expensive as a university, but still getting assistance to help pay for stuff where it doesn't have to come out of your own pocket and you can still continue to work. I mean, that's fantastic.
And I would really encourage people to look at Yavapai College's course offerings, because I was on there the other day and I looked at their career and technical programs, and I was blown away from, how to be a cybersecurity specialist, to machining, to winemaking, to culinary, to business classes. I mean, they've got something for everybody, and it's right here in our backyard.
I wanted to be a cook for the longest time, and I never pursued it. And I agree. I looked at the culinary program at Yavapai College. I was like, I bet I could do that. But then I thought about it a little more, and I said, okay, it's a little silly. But
well, I've got to give a little plug for Yavapai College, because I was over at the Sedona campus the other day, and the culinary students just opened their cafe.
Oh.
And it's open on Wednesdays. But it's a great place to go get a sandwich or a cup of coffee and support the kids. So.
Wow. Fantastic. I'll definitely have to go check that out now.
Yeah.
What other programs do you guys offer? Maybe not just scholarship based, but what other programs do you guys have?
Yeah, well, we connect donors. No one gives their philanthropic dollars to the Arizona Community Foundation. They give through us. So some of the cool things that we do is we distribute these monies in the form of grants. So we are just embarking on our spring grant cycle right now, and we're a statewide organization with affiliate offices. So we have our Sedona office, but we also have an office in Prescott that covers Yavapai County. Their grant cycle is going on right now, and nonprofits apply to us for funding, and we put together a community group of panelists who review these grants and distribute the money. And some of the things that we've been able to fund over the last few years are we helped Manzanita Outreach to purchase a refrigerated truck to get the food out into the rural areas. We helped the Sedona Community Adult Community Center to include pet food in their Meals on Wheels programs, because many people they were giving a lot of their food that was being delivered to them in the Meals on Wheels to their animals. We helped fund, getting Chromebooks in some of the high schools for the kids. All sorts of things. So the grant program is really a wonderful thing. We have what are called field of interest funds, and these are endowed funds that people, even you and I, when we make our annual charitable giving, we can donate to these field of interest funds, and a portion of that money will go out in the form of grants, but it'll be endowed and it'll grow. So for me, I think that's a great way to give back, because I can't give $100,000 like some of these really big people, but I can give my $100 and I know it's going to grow and give back to my community year after year.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I think that's even something, $100. While it is a good amount of money, just giving somebody else the opportunity to continue their passion and continue their career is a good thing to get into.
Yep.
It feels good. It feels good to give back.
It sure does.
So just kind of going back to my questions here, how many scholarships go unclaimed?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that, because what will happen, and this is another good thing if you're applying, is if we don't have the perfect match, we're going to go to the person who's the next best. So they might say, we want someone who is going to be a nursing student, but say that no one applies who wants to go into nursing, but they're going into biology or something similar, we'll match it as closely as we can.
So while they may not necessarily always go unclaimed, just maybe not finding the right candidate at the time, or just people looking for particular scholarships and just kind of glossing over a couple of them. But,
right, and we really work hard. If there's somebody that we have a scholarship or we have money that we have to give away, we'll go out into the community and really try to find some candidates who might be able to apply.
Once again, that website is www.azfoundation.org. It's right there on the screen, /Sedona. And I just said it if you're listening to us on the radio. So we're going to keep talking with Jennifer Perry right here on Countywide. We're going to take a quick break and talk about how people can get involved with this program right here on Countywide. Don't go anywhere.
Breakthrough Medicine's Dr. Shada Sina offers comprehensive hormone testing and customized hormone therapy with a focus on lifestyle medicine, weight loss, allergy drops, brain and digestive health, seasonal detox, and nutrition. Dr. Sina is a referral physician for Suzanne Summers, specializing in bioidentical hormones for men and women. Breakthrough Medicine is located in Cottonwood's Hot Yoga Plaza. Call for a 15-minute complimentary new patient consultation, 928-649-0269, or visit online at breakthrough-medicine.com.
From inspiration to installation.
If you need help with your decorating plan, call the pros at the Picture Window. We are your #1 source for top quality blinds, shades, shutters, and flooring. We've been in business here for 41 years, and our delightful sales staff has decades of experience. We're the locally awarded Best of the Best in both Sedona and the Verde Valley.
Don't pass up a free estimate on your project. Call the Picture Window now.
Paul Stanley here with Stanley Steel Structures. We offer shade structures that provide style, value, and performance. Our Equinox louvered roof opens and closes to give you the ultimate patio experience. We also offer Alumawood shade covers that looks like wood but lasts like steel and never needs painting or maintenance. Visit us at StanleySteelStructures.com. Contact us today and be covered tomorrow. Stanley Steel Structures. Let us add some space to your place.
Feng Shui artistry, the oldest form of development planning, today known as the art of placement. For 26 years, master Feng Shui educator, practitioner, artist, and author Caroline Patrick Bournet has used ancient rules of environmental, physical, and spiritual harmony to support clients' health, knowledge, creativity, and success. In mapping your home, you'll understand yourself. Better living is the gift of a lifetime. Change your life one room at a time. Schedule your Home Therapy 101 consultation today.
Welcome back to Countywide. We are continuing our conversation about scholarships with the Arizona Community Foundation Regional Director Jennifer Perry. We have talked about what scholarships you offer, why people don't apply to scholarships, why people should be applying for scholarships, who can get these scholarships. We've covered a lot. Now, what if I win the lottery, and fingers crossed it happens, but what if I have a lump sum of money and I want to create a scholarship? How do I go about doing that?
Well, here at the Arizona Community Foundation, we make it easy. There's a lot of IRS regulations, and you can get into trouble if it looks like you're giving the scholarship to your brother or trying to take a tax break or something. So we have a variety of services and you can manage the process yourself, but we can take the money, invest it, make sure that a portion of those earnings are going back to the students every year, and we can help you with the application, the review process, and then once the scholarship is distributed, you got to make sure the kid's still going to school. Are they in good standing, this and that? So we take care of all of that for people. And we have many people who decide they want to establish a scholarship when they pass away. You know, they have an extra insurance policy that they really don't need. They've given to their family, this and that, and they say, you know what, somebody was good to me when I was growing up and I want to do that for someone else. So we have a lot of people who do that through like a testamentary gift.
Okay, I didn't even think of that, where you could just kind of set up almost like a will, but for people you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, you had mentioned the grant program, which has passed its cycle.
It's currently happening right now. So the application is open for Yavapai County till the end of February, and then the January cycle will open up in March.
Okay.
But nonprofits, if they want to apply, have to have attended a workshop in January.
Okay.
So if it's the first time you're hearing about it now, call me and I'll tell you how to do it for next year.
And I forgot to mention that number is 602-381-1400. Again, 602-381-1400. If you have any questions, you can contact them directly. I know that your office number, I believe, is on the website.
Yep.
So that's.
And if you call that number and ask to speak with Jennifer Perry, it transfers right to me.
Well, there you go. So it doesn't even matter, which is great. You can contact Jennifer Perry regardless. So I think we've covered a lot. Again, you can go check out the scholarships on www.azfoundation.org/Sedona or just .org in general. The number one more time is 602-381-1400. Go out there and get your school paid for. I didn't do it. I wish I had done it. Now you can make up for that I didn't do it, so you can do it. And you can go and apply for these scholarships. A lot of scholarships go unclaimed. There's one application that will set you up with a bunch of scholarships that look like they'd be perfect for you. So Jennifer, I think we've covered everything. Is there anything else that you want to mention?
The only thing is, if you want to help other people get scholarships, we have a scholarship committee, and there's a lot of people out there in the community who just don't know this opportunity exists. So if you can talk to people at your church, or you want to join our committee and help us go to schools, to nonprofits, to businesses to help get the word out, it's a really rewarding way to give back to the community.
Jennifer, thank you very much for coming on. azfoundations.org. Go check it out. The number 602-381-1400. Want to thank you for watching and listening. I've been your host, Philip Catafmo. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you again next time.